Too. We'll be back in a flash to dive deeper into this. Okay, so we're back and ready to keep unpacking this whole subconscious mind thing. Before we took a break, we were talking about how it can affect like our health, our success, even money. But what about the negative stuff? Why do we sometimes self-sabotage or attract things we don't want?
Right, because if it's so powerful, why does it seem to work against us sometimes?
Well, Murphy addresses that in the book. He says a lot of those negative experiences, they come from subconscious programming that's not actually helpful to us anymore.
Programming.
Yeah.
So, there are these hidden beliefs we have running in the background, and they're affecting our thoughts and actions without us realizing it.
Exactly. It's like having a computer program, but it's full of bugs.
Yeah.
It's going to cause problems.
Okay, makes sense. But where do these negative programs even come from?
All sorts of places, really. Stuff from childhood, things people told us, even our own negative self-talk. Over time, these messages get stuck in our subconscious, and they start to shape our reality.
So it's not necessarily our fault we have them, but we can change them.
Exactly. That's the good news. Murphy gives a ton of techniques for identifying and reprogramming those beliefs. One of the most powerful is using affirmations.
Affirmations, you mean like repeating positive statements?
Yep. It might sound simple, but it's actually a very direct way to talk to your subconscious. By repeating those positive affirmations, you're basically overwriting the old negative stuff.
Like brainwashing yourself, but in a good way.
Exactly. And it works on the same principle as visualization, which we talked about before. The more you focus on a thought, an image, the deeper it gets into your subconscious.
So if I keep telling myself I'm confident, my subconscious will eventually believe it, and I actually will become more confident.
That's the idea. The cool thing is, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you imagine. So visualizing yourself succeeding, it's like tricking your subconscious into thinking it's already happened.
Wow, this is like a mind game.
It kind of is. But one you can learn to play to your advantage. Murphy also talks about figuring out the root cause of those negative beliefs.
So it's not just covering them up with positive stuff. We have to actually understand where they came from.
Exactly. It's like being a detective of your own mind. Sometimes you might even need professional help, like therapy, to really unpack that stuff.
Makes sense. You wouldn't fix a broken computer just by changing the wallpaper. You got to look at the code underneath.
Exactly. Once you know what those limiting beliefs are, you can start to challenge them, replace them with better ones. But there's something else that's important too. Murphy talks about aligning our actions with our beliefs.
So it's not just about thinking positive. We actually have to act in a way that supports those beliefs.
Right. Like if you believe you deserve abundance, but you're also afraid to take risks,